Hey guys, Dan back with you to answer some more of your questions. Let's get to our first one, okay? What can I do with my old computers that I don't want anymore? Okay. The really old computers, like something that's 10 years old that really no one can find any use with anymore, your best bet is really to recycle them. You can just do a Google search for computer recyclers in your area. Like for us, it's Boise, so we would say computer recyclers Boise. And there's 2 or 3 different places that you'll be able to find where you can take them. They'll even come pick them up sometimes for free. And you don't have to worry about your data being exposed either, because these guys are typically going to format your hard drives first. You can always confirm that with them just to make sure that it's safe, that they'll take care of your data and make sure that it doesn't get exposed to anybody. So yeah, you can recycle the really old stuff. In our area, computers that are still usable, we actually have a nonprofit in our area called Computers for Kids. You might have something similar in your area. That's something to look for. People that will refurbish them, and then like in our case, this is a nonprofit here locally that will erase your hard drive for you, but then they'll also repair them, maybe upgrade them to the best of their ability, and then they turn around and provide them to students that are lower income, that can't afford their own computer at home, and they provide the computer at home so that they can do homework and whatnot and continue to work at their home. So look and see if you have something like that, and you can also get a voucher off your taxes too, because that's a tax write-off. So something to keep in mind. So that's what we'd suggest doing with older computers. You can also donate them to schools, believe it or not. If you don't know where else to take them, you can actually just go to your public school and say, hey, I have this computer that's still usable. I'd like to donate it to you. And a lot of times they'll write you that same voucher. You can get it as a tax write-off. So keep that in mind. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Is cloud storage safe to use at my company? A lot of people are probably using Google Drive or Dropbox, OneDrive at home, but maybe not at work. I can tell you that schools in particular, which is our biggest customer base, almost all of them use Google Drive. Okay, it's real common to actually use that in those kind of environments. Corporately speaking, there is like a Dropbox version. You could, of course, use Google Drive. We've seen a lot of success. You don't really have to worry about people hacking into it. It's not there really isn't that much of a downside to it. You can kind of back up your files that way. We personally use Dropbox in our company because that way I can revoke access if somebody leaves the organization. I really like that ability. Plus it gives us access right on our phones if we need it. We keep our documentation on it. You can lock it with a code, so if you lose your phone, someone can't just pick it up and get access to our customers' information. So from our experience, we think it's perfectly fine to use it. You just need to find a plan and a solution that works best for you. I wouldn't say that it would replace actual storage in your server though, because it's nowhere near as fast and whatnot. So it's still a good idea to have a server on site if you qualify for a server, if you've got enough data that needs it. Have that as your central repository and maybe just back up to the cloud. Maybe use a hybrid situation. So you really have to find out what's going to work best for you. If everyone works out in the field and you're not in an office, cloud storage may be the best way to go for you, because a central server, that'd be really difficult to coordinate. So hopefully that helps you with that one. Last one. How much memory should I have in my computer? Well, this is kind of a moving target, because 10 years ago you only needed, maybe 512 megabytes. Now, as of this recording, which is the end of 2016, I would say, as a general rule of thumb, I'd like to have 8 gigs of memory in a computer that I use. Like all of ours here at the office, they have 8 gigs of memory. Unless you're playing video games, that should be more than enough to do like office work and whatnot. So that's a good rule of thumb. Laptops tend to have a little bit less because they don't have as much space to have enough slots, and it'd be really expensive to put a lot. So generally speaking, if it's a laptop, maybe 4 gigs, desktop 8 gigs, and if that changes, I'll update this video. But for now, I think that's plenty for pretty much anybody. All right, that does it for this video. If you have any other questions, or maybe something you want some more clarity on, something I've already discussed, feel free to drop us a line. It's wvtsboise.com, or give us a call, 208-477-1837. We'd love to hear from you. Happy to help you in any way we can. We'll see you in the next video.